A woman just confessed who the Father is. And you're not ready because the moment these words landed in your hands, the universe aligned something powerful in your spirit. And don't scroll because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now, not later, not eventually, but in this exact moment where destiny is trying to speak louder than your fear, louder than your confusion, louder than the questions that have been haunting the quiet corners of your mind. And listen to this because the energy behind this confession isn't messy gossip or random drama. It's divine timing, spiritual exposure, and a revelation that was always meant to surface, and the moment she opened her mouth and spoke the truth, the air around you shifted even if you didn't realize it, because her words carried weight, her confession carried consequence, and the name she revealed is tied directly to your emotional timeline, your intuition, your past suspicions, your unanswered prayers, and the dreams that kept repeating like warnings disguised as whispers. And don't scroll. Because the universe is pulling you closer for a reason, and your heart needs this right now, because the man she named isn't just a name. He's someone spiritually connected to you, someone whose energy has been tangled with yours in ways you couldn't shake, someone who has been drifting in and out of your spirit like unfinished business, like an echo that kept returning no matter how far you tried to move on. And listen, because you're not ready for how deep this goes, and you're not ready for how perfectly the pieces are about to fit, and the confession didn't come from a place of courage. It came from breaking, from guilt, from the pressure of the universe refusing to let her hide what affects your destiny, because when a lie interferes with a chosen one, the spiritual realm intervenes, and that's exactly what just happened. And don't scroll because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now, because you weren't crazy for sensing something was off, for feeling the spiritual tension, for noticing signs like 111, 222, 444 showing up at the exact second you questioned someone's truth, and every time your chest tightened or your intuition screamed or your dreams showed you strange scenarios, it wasn't imagination. It was divine preparation for this moment, and listen to this because what she confessed will change the direction of more than one life, and the Father she revealed has been spiritually restless, emotionally unstable, and energetically torn because he's been carrying truth and deception in the same heart, trying to live two realities at once, and whether you were directly involved or spiritually connected, the universe is saying, no more, and that's why you're hearing this now, and don't scroll because your heart needs this right now, because the moment her confession was spoken, karma activated, cycles closed, veils lifted, and the universe began rearranging the emotional table, shifting people into the places they actually belong instead of the places they forced themselves into, and the truth is this. His soul was never aligned with her, his heart was never anchored there, his destiny was never tied to that situation, and this confession cracked open the illusion he's been hiding behind, exposing what he tried to avoid. His real feelings, his real mistakes, and his real spiritual path. And listen, because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now, because you've been carrying emotional weight that wasn't yours, questioning your worth, wondering why certain things happened the way they did, and now the universe is showing you it wasn't rejection, it was redirection, it wasn't betrayal, it was protection, it wasn't loss. It was preparation, and the truth is finally catching up to the person who tried to outrun their own accountability. And don't scroll because the universe is still speaking, and this part is going to hit your spirit. The confession she made isn't just about him being the Father. It's about him being forced into the truth he has avoided for too long, truth about his choices, truth about his heart, truth about where his spirit actually belongs, and the universe is saying you needed to hear this so you can understand why certain connections fell apart, why certain people acted strangely, why certain energies felt heavy, and why your intuition kept nudging you even when you tried to silence it. And listen to this because your heart needs this right now. You were never meant to carry confusion about someone who wasn't being honest with themselves. You were never meant to doubt your intuition for someone who doubted their own soul. You were never meant to feel abandoned. You were meant to be rerouted, elevated, and spiritually protected, and this confession is the universe's way of clearing your path, revealing what was hidden, and realigning you with the destiny that was always yours. And don't scroll because this is the part your spirit has been waiting for. The truth sets you free, not him. The truth elevates your journey, not his. The truth aligns your destiny, not the chaos you were once tied to. And after this confession, the universe is preparing to send you signs. 888 for karmic completion, 555 for major change, 1111 for alignment. Because now that the truth is out, your blessings can finally flow without being blocked by someone else's secrets. And listen to this because your heart needs this right now. What's coming next isn't something to fear, it's something to prepare for, because this confession didn't happen to break you, it happened to free you, redirect you, and awaken you to the truth of who you are and where you're meant to go next. And you are stepping into a season where truth, clarity, and divine alignment will guide you, and the universe is saying, you are ready now. My child, if you want heaven's voice to stay connected to you, whisper this from your heart. I receive my divine protection. And if you haven't subscribed yet, beloved, do it right now because heaven says this is not the only warning coming for you. Missing the next message may leave you blind when you need sight the most. Don't scroll, listen to this because what's unfolding next is something your heart needs right now, something your spirit has been sensing long before your mind could understand it, and the moment her confession came out, a spiritual chain reaction began. One that is now reaching directly toward you, pulling you into a deeper truth you weren't meant to see until this exact moment. You may not realize it yet, but the confession didn't end when she spoke his name. That was only the trigger, the spark, the opening of a door the universe has been waiting to unlock, and now the energy around this situation is shifting fast, almost violently, because when truth breaks open after being buried under guilt and fear, everything connected to that lie begins to shake. Don't scroll, this message is for you. His world is unraveling in ways he didn't expect, because he thought he could keep living in two realities, thought he could outrun consequences, thought he could carry secrets without them eventually weighing down his soul, but the universe doesn't let unresolved karma sit still. And now it's coming for him piece by piece, moment by moment, breath by breath. You've been feeling this spiritually, the sudden heaviness, the random sadness, the intense dreams, the waves of pressure in your chest. Because his energy has been leaking into yours without permission, without awareness, without control, and your intuition keeps picking it up like a radio that can't stop tuning into a frequency it didn't ask for. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. His regret is growing, not just because the truth is out, but because he finally understands that what he thought he was protecting was actually destroying him from the inside, and the confession didn't just expose him. It exposed his emotional immaturity, his fear, his inability to choose the path his soul was calling him toward. And here's the part that hits deeper. The reason this confession connects to you so strongly is because you were part of the spiritual lesson he refused to learn, the awakening he ignored, the alignment he turned away from when he let ego speak louder than destiny. Don't scroll because this is where the message shifts. The universe is now removing illusions from your life the same way it removed lies from his, breaking attachments you didn't know were holding you back, closing doors you kept trying to peek through, and freeing you from cycles you were too compassionate, too loyal, or too hopeful to end on your own. You've been feeling a strange detachment lately, a quiet pull away from things and people you once held tightly, and this is not numbness, this is liberation. Listen, your heart needs this right now. You are stepping into a season where truth isn't something you chase, it's something that chases you, aligns with you, protects you. You're not the same version of yourself who tolerated confusion, mixed signals, half-love, or emotional limbo. You're elevating, and the universe is making sure nothing rooted in deception can follow you into your next chapter. Even he feels this shift. That's why his energy keeps reaching for you in silence, why he appears in your dreams, why you randomly feel him thinking about you, why the universe keeps showing you signs like 222 for balance, 555 for major change, and 1212 for divine alignment. His soul knows he lost access to something real, something rare, something pure, and the confession forced him to face the truth he kept burying. He wasn't just hiding a child, he was hiding from the version of himself he was supposed to grow into, the version he needed to be to meet you at the level of connection you required. Don't scroll, because this is where your destiny takes center stage. You are being shifted out of emotional entanglements that drained you and into spiritual partnerships that elevate you. Someone new may be entering your life, someone aligned with your energy, someone who doesn't come with confusion or chaos, someone who chooses you clearly, boldly, intentionally. And the universe is saying that this confession wasn't meant to hurt you, it was meant to free you for what is actually yours. What's unfolding now is karmic balancing, divine alignment, and spiritual redirection. The truth exposed him, but it awakened you. It reopened your intuition, reignited your power, and reminded you that your spirit has always known what your heart didn't want to admit. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. What's coming next is clarity, deep, undeniable clarity about who belongs in your life and who was only meant to teach you something. You are stepping into a timeline where truth aligns with peace, where love aligns with destiny, and where every hidden thing is brought to light so nothing can block your blessings again. The universe isn't done speaking, this is just the beginning of a deeper revelation, and everything that once confused you is about to make perfect, divine sense. Don't scroll, listen to this because what's unfolding now is the part your spirit has been feeling in the background. Those moments of sudden heaviness, unexpected clarity, random bursts of intuition weren't coincidences, they were spiritual signals preparing you for what comes next, and your heart needs this right now because the confession that was revealed didn't just expose who the Father is, it exposed the truth behind every emotional shift you've been experiencing, every unanswered question, every moment you felt something was off but couldn't prove it, and that's because the universe was withholding clarity until the exact moment you were strong enough to receive it without breaking. The confession was just the spark. What's happening now is the unraveling of every hidden intention, every lie wrapped in pretty words, every action that didn't match the energy you were feeling in your soul. Don't scroll because this message is for you. He is facing a storm internally, not just because the truth is out, but because the spiritual shield that once protected him from consequence has been lifted. His emotions are catching up to him, his conscience is waking up, and the weight of everything he thought he could outrun is landing all at once. Meanwhile, You've been transitioning into a frequency he can't reach anymore, and whether you realize it or not, your energy has elevated, your intuition has sharpened, and the universe is shifting you into alignment with something far greater than the emotional chaos you were once tangled in. Listen to this because your heart needs it right now. He is replaying every moment with you, every word you ever spoke, every time you showed love, every time you offered peace, and now he's recognizing that what he lost wasn't just a connection, it was a spiritual anchor, a safe place, a love that came from alignment rather than attachment. The confession cracked open the illusion he was living in, and now he's seeing the truth through eyes no longer clouded by denial or ego. Don't scroll because the transformation happening within him is directly tied to you. He feels you pulling away spiritually, emotionally, energetically. He feels the space widening between you even if you haven't spoken a word. He senses your heart detaching, your spirit reclaiming itself, your energy no longer feeding into what once drained you. And the fear settling in his chest isn't about the confession. It's about losing you to a future where he no longer has access to your soul, your presence, your light. Your heart needs this right now because the universe is saying, you are not meant to be pulled down by someone else's karma, you are meant to rise above it. And that's exactly what is happening. You may feel tired lately, but it's the exhaustion that comes right before a breakthrough. You may feel distant from people you once felt close to, but that's because God is removing who cannot go where you are going next. You may feel emotional waves out of nowhere, but that's the release of energy that wasn't yours to carry. Don't scroll, we're getting deeper now. His regret is becoming unbearable, not because of the situation he's in, but because he now sees that the universe gave him signs through you, clarity through you, peace through you, and he ignored it. The confession forced him to face truth, but your detachment is forcing him to face himself. He's seeing how his choices, delays, fears, and ego cost him something destiny-aligned, something divine, something rare. And the pain he's feeling is not punishment, it's awakening. But listen closely, because your heart needs this part. You are not responsible for fixing what broke him, you are not responsible for carrying the emotional burden of his choices, you are not responsible for returning to a place you spiritually outgrew. The universe didn't reveal the truth so you would go backward, the truth was revealed to prepare you for elevation. Don't scroll because this is where the message begins to shift toward your future. You are entering a season where you won't have to question intentions anymore, where you won't have to doubt your intuition, where you won't have to settle for potential over action. You are being aligned with people who match your energy, who speak your spiritual language, who love you with clarity rather than confusion. Signs like 333, 1111, 222 will appear more frequently now because your path is opening, your frequency is rising, and your blessings are no longer blocked by someone else's deception. Listen to this, your heart needs it. The confession wasn't meant to hurt you, it was meant to free you for what is coming next. A soulmate-level connection, deeper alignment, emotional stability, spiritual partnership. These things are now being guided toward you because the universe has cleared what stood in the way. And while he is learning painful lessons, you are stepping into a future that will feel like everything you prayed for finally stepping into the light. You're not losing anything, you're being positioned for everything. Don't scroll, because the next revelation is about to change everything you thought you understood about why all of this had to happen exactly the way it did. Don't scroll, Listen to this because what's happening now is the part the universe has been preparing you for quietly, gently, but intentionally, and your heart needs this right now because the energy around you is shifting in ways you can feel but can't fully explain. Like a pressure in the air before a storm breaks, like a whisper in the spirit that says, "Pay attention," like a tug in your intuition that tells you the story isn't over yet, not because you're meant to return to what broke you, but because you're meant to understand why it all unfolded the way it did. Ever since the confession came out, the spiritual atmosphere around him has been collapsing, and the emotional weight he once ignored is now pressing down on him like a reality he can't escape. Don't scroll, this message is for you. He's realizing that every lie he allowed, every silence he kept, every choice he avoided is now circling back, forcing him to confront the truth he thought he could bury. And as he spirals deeper into that emotional unraveling, he's thinking about you more intensely than he ever expected, your kindness, your loyalty, your intuition, your ability to see through him even when he tried to hide. Listen to this because your heart needs it. He didn't just lose your presence, he lost the version of himself that only existed when he was connected to you, the version that felt hopeful, grounded, inspired, aligned. Now he's learning what the universe teaches everyone at some point: you don't realize the value of a soul connection until it's gone. But here's the shift: this isn't about glorifying his pain, it's about recognizing your elevation. You have stepped into a frequency he can't reach anymore, and the more he's pulled into karmic consequences, the more you're being pulled into spiritual alignment. Don't scroll, stay with this. The universe is closing energetic doors behind you, doors you once tried to pry open out of love, patience, or hope. But now, those doors are sealed because you're walking into a chapter where you need your hands free, your spirit clear, your heart open to something far more aligned. You've noticed it, haven't you? The sudden desire to change your routine, the urge to declutter, the emotional releasing, the random moments of clarity that hit your spirit like lightning, all of these are signs that you're being repositioned. Angel numbers like 555, 1010, 999 are showing up because endings, breakthroughs, and new beginnings are activating for you. Listen to this, your heart needs it right now. The universe is saying, you are not meant to return to the chaos. You are meant to rise from it. You are not meant to heal someone who refused to heal themselves, you are meant to attract someone who matches your healing. You are not meant to wait on the sidelines while someone else figures out their soul, you are meant to walk forward into the destiny that belongs to you. Don't scroll because the truth gets deeper. His regret is turning into longing, and that longing is turning into awakening, but awakening doesn't equal reunion. His journey now is his to walk alone because the universe is teaching him through stillness and loss what he ignored in abundance and presence. Meanwhile, your spirit is being flooded with opportunities, new relationships, higher connections, and emotional clarity. The love you gave isn't wasted, it's being returned to you in a form that won't break you, confuse you, or betray you. Listen to this, your heart needs it. The next person who enters your life will see you in ways he never did, value you in ways he never could, and choose you in ways he couldn't bring himself to. This new connection will not come with emotional guessing or spiritual resistance, it will feel peaceful, intentional, aligned. And the reason this confession had to surface is because the universe couldn't allow you to carry forward a connection built on lies into a future built on truth. Don't scroll, because the transformation happening inside you is greater than the situation that wounded you. You're learning how to trust your intuition again, how to listen to your inner voice, how to walk away from emotional crumbs and wait for the feast destiny prepared for you. You're being shaped into a version of yourself that no longer settles, no longer chases, no longer questions your worth based on someone else's wounds. And hear this clearly. The universe didn't expose the truth to hurt you, it exposed the truth to free you. Free you from cycles, from confusion, from energetic entanglements that kept you emotionally exhausted. Don't scroll, your heart needs this revelation. You are stepping into a season where everything that felt heavy will feel lighter, everything that felt hopeless will feel possible, and everything that felt painful will become purposeful. The confession was the breaking point for him, but it's the breakthrough for you. And the universe is saying you're only getting started, your next chapter is going to bring clarity, alignment, and a kind of love that doesn't require you to sacrifice yourself to receive it. Stay ready, because destiny is moving toward you faster than you think. Don't scroll, listen to this because your heart needs this right now, and the moment your eyes landed on these words, something in your spirit whispered, "This is for me." And you're right, because what's unfolding behind the scenes is bigger than the heartbreak, bigger than the confusion, bigger than the confession that shook the ground under your feet. What you don't see yet is how the universe is rearranging everything connected to you, and the shift is so intense, so divinely aligned, that even the person who once took you for granted can feel the loss of your energy like a cold wind hitting an empty room. He may not say it out loud, but he feels the silence you left behind, the peace you reclaimed, the power you stepped back into, and now he's waking up to a truth he never wanted to face. Losing you was the moment his entire life started unraveling. Don't scroll, stay with this. There's a spiritual reason he's been restless, pacing emotionally, trying to hold together pieces of a life that no longer fits him. Ever since the confession surfaced, he has been forced to confront every lie he ignored, every intuition he silenced, every red flag he pretended not to see. And more than anything, he's being confronted with the memory of you. Your kindness, your loyalty, your intuition, your presence that felt like home. Listen to this because your heart needs it right now. He didn't expect the universe to hold him accountable this fast, but karmic cycles are closing rapidly, and he's learning that you can't mishandle a soul connection and walk away untouched. Every night he lies awake replaying moments with you, realizing the softness you gave wasn't weakness, it was rare, sacred, divine. And the universe is teaching him through contrast. The love he receives now is nothing like what you offered. It's shallow where yours was deep, temporary where yours was healing, chaotic where yours brought peace. Don't scroll, because here's where the shift gets even stronger. While he's sinking into regret, you are rising into alignment. The universe is elevating you spiritually, emotionally, energetically. Doors you once begged God to open through him are now being opened for you without him. Angel numbers like 111, 222, 444 are appearing because your spirit team is guiding you straight into a season of breakthrough, new love, new opportunities, new confidence, new clarity. Listen to this, your heart needs to know that the confusion was never punishment. It was preparation. You weren't being abandoned, you were being redirected. You weren't being rejected, you were being protected. And the more distance you gain from what hurt you, the more you realize that you didn't lose anything, you were spared. Don't scroll, because this next part is meant to unlock something in your spirit. He is watching your glow up from a distance, even if you don't know it. He sees the strength in your silence. He sees the peace in your healing. He sees the way you're no longer emotionally available to him the way you once were. And this terrifies him, because he can feel the universe removing access that he once took for granted. He thought you would always be there, always wait, always accept breadcrumbs, but not anymore. Your energy has evolved, and he can no longer meet you at that level. Listen to this, your heart needs it. God is not allowing him to reach you until he grows, until he heals, until he faces the truth he ran from. And meanwhile, you are being aligned with someone whose heart is ready for you, someone who won't confuse you, someone who won't betray you, someone who won't need to lose you to realize your worth. Don't scroll, the universe is revealing another layer. The confession that shattered the illusion wasn't meant to hurt you, it was meant to release you. Release you from emotional limbo. Release you from spiritual stagnation. Release you from a connection that had the potential to break your spirit if you stayed. And now the universe is positioning you for a love where you don't have to question your value, beg for effort, or fight for clarity. Listen, because your heart needs this. You are stepping into a season where your peace is protected, your intuition is sharper, your self-worth is unshakable. You are becoming the version of yourself you always deserved to be. The version that knows her worth, her power, her purpose. And don't scroll, because here's the revelation: he regrets losing you, deeply, painfully, fully. But this regret is not your responsibility to fix. It's his lesson, not your burden. Your path is leading upward, outward, forward. His path is leading inward, to confront everything he ran from. And as destiny unfolds, the universe is making sure you don't carry any guilt for choosing yourself. You're stepping into alignment, into abundance, into emotional freedom. And this season belongs entirely to you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and the moment these words reached you, something in your spirit shifted. You felt that pull, that tightness in your chest, that whisper that said, "This is speaking to me." And you're right, because what's happening in the spiritual realm right now is not random, not accidental, not coincidental. It is intentional, divinely guided, and unfolding exactly the way the universe designed it. Ever since the truth surfaced, the entire energetic landscape around him has been collapsing, and the universe is forcing him to confront a reality he never expected. Losing you wasn't just painful, it was the moment his life started unraveling. Don't scroll, this message is for you. He's been waking up in emotional confusion, feeling disconnected from everything he once tried to hold together, because the universe is stripping away anything built on lies, fear, or ego. And the truth he tried to outrun has caught him. He can't ignore the signs anymore: angel numbers popping up when he thinks of you, dreams where your presence feels more real than anything happening in his actual life, moments when your name echoes in his spirit even when he's trying to distract himself. Listen to this, your heart needs it. His regret isn't surface level, it's soul deep. He's replaying every moment he had with you, realizing you were the safest place he'd ever known, the most genuine love he ever received, the one person who saw his soul and still chose him. And now he's realizing he mistook divine alignment for convenience, mistook your intuition for overthinking, mistook your loyalty for something he'd always have. Don't scroll, because here's where the script shifts. While he's being spiritually dismantled, you're being spiritually elevated. The universe is lifting you into a frequency he can't enter right now, not because you're better than him, but because your soul is ready for expansion, clarity, breakthrough, and blessings he isn't aligned with yet. You've been feeling it, those random waves of peace, those sudden bursts of confidence, those inner nudges telling you to trust the process. Angel numbers like 333, 777, 1111 have been showing up because your spirit guides are opening doors you didn't even know were locked. Listen, your heart needs this. You are not being abandoned, you are being accelerated. You are not losing love, you are being prepared for love that chooses you without hesitation. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. And everything that once confused you is now becoming clear. His role in your story wasn't to break you, it was to awaken you. Don't scroll, stay with this. You're in a season where the universe is cutting off anything that drains you, anything that delays you, anything that dims you. This is why you've been feeling the urge to detach, to pull back, to protect your energy. Your spirit knows something your mind is only beginning to understand. You're stepping into a chapter where you can no longer carry the weight of people who refuse to grow. And while he wrestles with regret, you're being aligned with clarity, strength, and opportunities that match the new version of you that's emerging. Listen to this, your heart needs to hear it, he will try to return. Not because he's ready, but because he feels the loss of your energy like a missing limb. He will feel the shift, the glow, the elevation, and he'll crave the comfort of what he lost. But the universe is saying something powerful. Don't lower your vibration for someone who couldn't rise to meet it. This isn't about revenge, it's about rebirth. Don't scroll, because here comes the revelation. The confession that caused everything to crumble wasn't meant to punish you, it was meant to release you. To free you from false promises, emotional stagnation, and cycles that kept your soul small. And now, your spirit is stretching, expanding, awakening. The universe is preparing you for someone who not only matches your depth but honors it. Someone who doesn't fear your intensity but cherishes it. Someone who doesn't run from your love but runs toward it. Listen, your heart needs this. The person meant for you will not come with confusion, betrayal, or emotional guessing. They will come with clarity, consistency, and truth. You won't have to explain your worth, they'll recognize it instantly. You won't have to remind them of your value. They'll treat you like a blessing. You won't have to compete for space in their life, they'll make room effortlessly. Don't scroll, because this message is pushing you into your next level. While he's learning through loss, you're learning through liberation. While he's stuck in emotional loops, you're breaking generational patterns. While he's facing karma, you're walking into grace. And hear this clearly, his regret is not your responsibility. His healing is not your assignment. His awakening is not your burden. You have a destiny that is calling your name, a future that's unfolding beautifully, a love story that hasn't even begun to bloom yet. And the universe is clearing the path for it right now. Don't scroll, your heart needed this confirmation. You are stepping into a chapter where you no longer chase, you attract. You no longer beg, you receive. You no longer settle, you rise. And everything that felt heavy is about to feel lighter, because you're stepping into divine alignment, divine timing, divine protection. Your story is shifting, your energy is rising, and the universe is saying, get ready, what's coming is better than what you lost. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and the way your spirit reacted the moment you saw these words is the clearest sign that this final revelation is meant for you. You've walked through the fire, you've survived the heartbreak, you've endured the confusion, and now you're standing on the edge of a breakthrough so powerful that even the universe has gone quiet for a moment, pausing, preparing, aligning everything in your favor. And while you're stepping into this new chapter, something else is happening behind the scenes, something you haven't been able to see clearly until now. The very person who lost you is facing consequences that are no longer emotional, they're spiritual. Don't scroll, stay with this. The universe is teaching them a lesson they cannot escape, a lesson wrapped in silence, regret, and sudden clarity. They are realizing that the love they mishandled was the very love their soul prayed for. They are realizing that the peace they chased in others was the peace they already had in you. They are realizing that walking away from someone divinely aligned brings a karmic storm that nothing can shield them from. And while their life feels heavy, stuck, and unraveling, your spirit is rising into a new level of strength they never imagined you'd reach. Listen to this because your heart needs it. You are not the same person they lost. You are wiser now. Softer in the right ways, stronger in the necessary ones. You're glowing in a way that comes only from surviving darkness and choosing yourself anyway. You're being elevated in ways that make sense only when you look back and think, if that moment hadn't broken me, I wouldn't be this powerful. Don't scroll, because this is where the universe reveals the truth they never expected. The more you heal, the more they hurt. The more you rise, the more they sink. The more you detach, the more they cling to memories they once dismissed. They're haunted by the moments you gave freely, the conversations that held their heart together, the energy that made them feel safe in a world that never cared to understand them. And now the universe is making them replay every second they didn't appreciate. Not to punish them, but to awaken them. Listen, your heart needs this reminder. It is not your job to go back. It is not your responsibility to hold space for someone who didn't honor it. It is not your purpose to fix what you didn't break. Don't scroll, because now the script flips. Everything you've been sensing, your intuition growing louder, your energy becoming lighter, your inner strength rising like a tide, that's not random. That's divine positioning. You're being guided into a season of abundance, of relationships that reciprocate, of opportunities that align with your spirit, of love that doesn't confuse you or hurt you. The universe is preparing to replace everything you lost with something that will make you say, now I understand why it didn't work before. And the one who lost you? They're finally understanding what losing a divine soul feels like. They're learning that the grass wasn't greener, that the temporary rush wasn't worth the long-term emptiness, that no one else carries your energy, your depth, your intuition, your love. Don't scroll, because here's the deeper truth, they were a chapter. You are the story. They were a lesson. You are the blessing. They were the confusion. You are the clarity. And destiny is calling you into a future bigger than anything your past could have offered. Listen to this, your heart needs it, you are being aligned with someone whose spirit recognizes yours instantly. Someone who won't hesitate. Someone who won't need to lose you to understand your worth. Someone who will love you the way you always deserved, loudly, clearly, consistently. Don't scroll, because this is your confirmation. The universe is not just closing doors, it's locking them. The people who hurt you no longer have access to the healed version of you. The seasons that drained you no longer match your frequency. The cycles you repeated are now broken. You're stepping into divine timing, divine protection, divine elevation. And the universe is whispering one last thing: you didn't lose anything. You outgrew it. Something bigger is coming. Something aligned, something beautiful, something meant for your soul, not your wounds. Don't doubt it. Don't question it. Don't scroll away from it. Your breakthrough is closer than you think, and this time, it's yours to keep.